Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is gonna do a manga must read. This is gonna be one of the two manga must reads that I'm going to do tonight. Now, the thing is, this manga must read is a manga called Suicide Island. And Suicide Island, personally, is a series that I think is very good. I read it through and through. If you're wondering, the series is completed, 40 chapters. Each one is a piece, 22 pages. Yeah, so I mean, it's. I'm not gonna say it's on the short side because we are used to having these manga that are like 500, 400 plus chapters, you know. But in my opinion, it is it is fairly well done for a series that is only 40 chapters. Now, what I do want to explain is that this is a seinen, meaning that it's mature. It's for a mature audience. I believe it's 18 and older or 21 and older. I'm not too sure on the age range, but basically it's from basically from when the time you reach an adult to like whenever, okay? And in my personal opinion, I love seinen. I love seinen. I've read Berserk. I've read Vinland Saga, Battle Royale. Currently trying to get into Monster and Zedman and Vagabond. I'm starting getting into Vagabond right now. Vagabond, which is in my opinion so far really good. I read the first few chapters. I'm probably gonna do a review on this Vagabond Visbig once I'm done reading it because I mean the way it's going right now, I really am enjoying it. I really am. I mean, and like you could just see by the artwork on some of these pages, it really is captivating. So, in my personal opinion, I think seinen beats shonen. All right, and the main reason why is because seinen can touch upon subjects that modern day shonen cannot even like consider going near. But seinen can dive right into them. Seinen can go deeper, way deeper than most shonen. So I mean, seinen for the motherfucking win. I mean, I still love my shonen, but ultimately speaking, I prefer seinen. Now, what I will say is that this series, Suicide Island, is no exception to the seinen genre that I love so much. And basically what I'm going to do is that I'm going to indulge you in the series because, again, in my opinion, this is a manga must-read, meaning that you should, in my opinion, check out this series. Now, if you don't like it, okay, fine. You don't like it. It's not for you. Fine, fair enough. All right, I'm not gonna sit here and bitch if you don't like the series. If you don't like it, okay, fine. You don't like it. Fuck it, okay? Not a big deal. All right. So basically, and by the way, this series is written by an individual by the name of Mori Uji. Yeah, Mori Uji. All right. And basically, the premise of this series is as follows. We follow the main character, and the main character, I believe his name is either Sai. No, not Sai. Sei or Sei. I'm not too sure. It's spelled S-E-I. So I'm gonna say Sei. All right. Sei. And basically, the main character Sei, he has attempted suicide, and yes, this does take place in modern day Japan. And basically, what happens here is that he has attempted suicide for I don't know the number of times it has been so far, but he is a repeat offender for attempted suicide. And basically, at some point, he gets, or basically the doctors who revived him, they get a notification from the government. And this notification demands that this individual has a choice, okay? Either you live or we can kill you. Quote unquote, kill you. He chooses to die since he is a suicidee. So what happens is that he gets knocked out. The doctors drug him, okay? Now, after he gets drugged, he wakes up. And he wakes up on some random island. In the... It's like in the outer waters of Japan. I'm not too sure exactly where it is, map-wise. But it's... I want to say it's either to the west of Japan or to like the southwest of Japan. I'm not too sure where this island is. But this island is like a remote island controlled by the Japanese government. And when the main character Saeed, when he wakes up, or say whenever he wakes up, he notices that there are other people just like him on the island. And what happens here is that everyone's freaking out. They're like, "What's going on? Where are we? I thought that we died," and so on and so forth. And then there's a big sign. There's a big sign in front of a building in this abandoned island. I mean, in this uninhabited island. And basically, this sign says this, and I quote right here on the page right here. It says this: everyone on the island, you have given up your right and duty to live. So therefore, you are placed on this island. You are marked as dead in your country. Therefore, your ID in this country has been taken away. Our country has no reason to protect your rights as a human being anymore. There is a 1 kilometer radius where you have absolute freedom. You cannot leave this 1 kilometer radius. Otherwise, it will be treated as a violation of territorial waters. Therefore, we cannot guarantee your safety. Signed by the Japanese government. And that's the way things start off, okay? They wake up, bam, they're trapped on this island, and you can't leave this island for the rest of your life. You were once a Japanese citizen, not anymore. Not anymore. Now you're dead. Now you are dead. Now you are presumed dead, and you must live out the remainder of your life on this island. And the really screwed up part here is that once it starts off, in like the first chapter, people start killing themselves off the gate, start killing themselves, jumping off buildings and shit, and it really is, it really is crazy stuff. But at the same time, we see that there are a lot of people who have decided to live out the remainder of their lives on the island, where you have absolute freedom. Now, at this point in time, that's when we started getting into like the whole entire bond development, but like between characters. This one we get introduced to another major character in the series. I believe his name is, I don't know, it's either Ryuho or Ryo I don't know. I think it's Ryuho. It's spelled R-Y-O-U. So I'm not too sure how you pronounce that. But ultimately speaking, this character is the character who interacts with the main character the most, with Sei. So, I mean, ultimately speaking, it's, in my opinion, a very good series. And one of the major reasons why it's such a good series is because they touch upon a lot of themes. And a lot of scenarios that occur in the series itself that make you question the very existence of life, the very existence of humanity. That is like one of the biggest themes they touch upon every time. The meaning of life, the existence of life. Why? Just why? And like we see how this really does affect the main character, Sei. Like it really does. It really does. Also, there are themes of like oppression, where we have certain people who want to set up government rule on the island, and other people's don't. And then there's like other groups who do not want that to happen at all. They want to maintain this sense of freedom. At the same time, this causes imbalance, because if someone gets to a fight with like another person, then absolute freedom means, okay, well, you piss me off, so I can now bash your skull in with a rock, which, it happens in this series. So I suggest that if you're faint of heart, and if you can't hold your own, then don't read this manga. Because this manga, like, it really does hit home a lot of, especially when it gets to the females. Because the females, they are considered to be quote-unquote weaker than men. So a lot of the females have to band together. At the same time, you have those who don't and get woozed by the guys and then do like fucked up shit. And it really, like, there's a lot of stuff in this series that really makes you question about the nature of human beings, the meaning of existence, government rule, so on and so forth, And then there's also parts where like we see them and we see the positives and negatives of government rule. We see them band together in order to do stuff like catch fish and then build homes and then maintain, you know, shelter and all that kind of stuff. At the same time, we see how it affects the other groups where we don't want to be, because like there were actually some people who committed suicide in the first place because they felt that their lives were being manipulated by their parents or their lovers or the government itself. And these people really have a hard time coping with further government rule. And then also it's really sad too, because some people later on in the series, like 20 chapters in, like they start killing themselves too. So like it really does hit home. This series really does hit home. Now when it comes to the artwork, it's a seinen, but when it comes to the seinen category, this artwork is not as diverse. The backgrounds aren't as detailed. I mean, they still are detailed, but it's not as detailed as, like, let's say Berserk, where you see like bugs in like the trees and like they're like mad far, but you still see them, you know. So but ultimately speaking, when it comes to story, plot, development, character development, very good. I mean, very good. So I would say check it out. This is my first of the 2 manga must reads for tonight. Again, if you don't like it, okay, fine. You don't like it, right? Not a big deal. You know, call it a day. Brush your shoulders off, and that's it. That's it, you know. But I would say just give it a shot. Give it a shot. If you have some free time, you know, put it on your bookmark or save it on your tab, something, and you know, just check it out later. Or if you really want to, you know, hop right in, go ahead by all means, all right? But if you don't like it, fine, cool with me, all right? That being said, King of Lightning, rate, comment, subscribe, Suicide Island down below. Click on the link, and I will see you guys later. Peace. Have a nice day.